Once there lived a little girl named Masha, and she lived with her grandparents. And one day, Masha's grandparents were outside with her, and her friends came over. And they asked Masha if she would like to go into the woods to play with them. And Masha said she would like to go, so she asked her grandparents if she was allowed to go to the woods with her friends. And her grandparents said, yes, you may go, but make sure that you stay with your friends the whole time and don't wander off by yourself. And Masha and her friends went into the woods, and they were playing and having so much fun. And soon, Masha realized that she had wandered far away from her friends, and she did not see them anywhere. So she called out to them, but they did not answer. So she called out again, but they still did not answer. So she began wandering through the woods, looking for them. But soon the sun began to set, and Masha was getting very sad and very scared. And she did not know it, but she was going deeper and deeper into the forest. And she came to a house, and she went and knocked on the door, but the door was open. So she went inside and sat down. Well, a bear lived in that house, and he came home, and he saw Masha, and he said, I am so happy that you are here, for now you will stay with me forever, and you will help me cook and clean and take care of my house, and you cannot ever leave, because if you do, you will get lost in the woods, and I will come and find you. So from that day on, Masha stayed with the bear, and every day the bear would go and be in the forest, and Masha would stay at the house, and she would cook and clean and do all of the household chores. And one day, Masha was so sad that she could not do any work, because she missed her grandparents and she missed her friends so much that she just sat down and began to cry. And she cried and cried and cried. But then she had an idea, and she decided that she was going to bake a pie. So she got up and she began baking. And she baked and baked and baked. And soon the pie was cooking, and it was all done, and it smelled so delicious. And the bear came home, and the bear said, oh, you baked a pie. How wonderful. And Masha said, oh, this pie is not for you. She said, I have baked it for my grandparents. Will you please let me take it to them? Oh, no, said the bear, that will not do. I will take it for you. And this is exactly what Masha wanted him to say. And so she said to the bear, okay, well, I am going to put this pie in a basket, and after you leave, I'm going to climb the tallest tree, and I will be able to see you and hear you the whole way to my grandparents' house. And don't you open up the basket, and don't you eat the pie. And Masha said, now, bear, will you go out onto the porch and see if it's raining? So the bear went outside, and while the bear was outside, Masha climbed inside the basket with the pie. And the bear came back in, and he saw that the basket was all packed up, and he picked it up to take it. Oh, and it was so heavy. He could not believe how heavy it was for a pie. So he began walking with the basket. And the basket was so heavy that soon the bear got tired and said, my, oh my, I must rest my bones or I might die. I think I'll sit on the stump and eat some pie. And from inside the basket, Masha sang, I see you, I hear you, I know what you're going to do. Don't sit on that stump. my pie. Take it to Grandma, and Grandpa says I. Wow, said the bear. Masha can still see and hear me. So he stood up and began walking with the basket again. But because the basket was so heavy, soon he got very tired again. I said, my, oh my, must rest my bones, or I might die. I think I'll sit on the stump and eat some pie. And from inside the basket, Masha sang, I see you, I hear you, I know what you're going to do. Don't sit on that stump, don't eat my pie. Take it to Grandma, and Grandpa says I. And so the bear said, I can't believe that she can still see and hear me. And so she picked up the basket and began walking again. The basket was so heavy that soon the bear got tired again. My, oh my, I'm so tired I must rest my bones or I might die. I think I'll sit on this stump and eat some pie. From inside the basket, Masha sang, I see you, I hear you, I know what you're going to do. Don't sit on that stump, don't eat my pie. Take it to Grandma, and Grandpa says I. Wow, said the bear, I am so far away, and Masha can still see and hear me. She must have very good eyes and very good ears. So the bear stood up and began walking with the basket again, and soon the bear arrived in the village where Masha's grandparents lived, and made it to their house, and put the basket down, and knocked on their gate. But the dogs who lived in the village smelled the bear. They came out and chased that bear all the way back to the forest. And no one ever saw that bear again. And Masha's grandparents came out of their house, and they saw the basket, and they opened it up, and Masha came out from inside the basket. And they were so happy to see her that they gave her a hug, and Masha told them all about the forest and all about the bear. And from that day on, she always listened to her grandparents, and she never, ever wandered off again.